Oh no. Oh, there it is. You know, I probably should have figured out how to do an affiliate link if I was going to do that. Probably would have been a good idea, huh? That way, if anyone actually did want to purchase these, I could make money off of it. But it is what it is. I guess I could look that up while we're waiting on people to join really quick. Do I even have access to affiliate links? I don't know if I get those. You learn how you can commission by tagging Amazon products in your videos. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll figure it out at another time. This one I just happened to get on a doorbuster deal, and I don't even know what it's costing right now, so we don't have to worry about that. This is just going to be a short video anyway. I just want to see what it looks like. Mini Tower gaming PC case. Mini Tower. Is this supposed to be full ATX or micro? Mini ATX, micro ATX. Oh, so it doesn't fit full size ATX. That's good to know. Huh. So we'll see what we end up building in it. Pre-install control box. Oh, that's nice. So it has a fan controller. I've never built with this product before. First, what's up, buddy? I figured out I was either going to play solitaire today and just chat, or, you know, since this came in, I figured I'd just do this because I don't feel like doing a whole lot today. So we're just going to open it up. I don't know what I'm going to build. Apparently it's only micro ATX, so maybe I'll put one of the Ryzen 5 5500s in here, or I don't know. I'd like to get some new stuff. Maybe I'll have to look for something micro. Also, I was thinking if you're open to it, so when I sell the Okinos Aqua case and the 2060, 5500 and all that, I thought about taking that money and just dividing it in half if you're open to it, and just saying whatever we get out of it is what we both can use, and let's do a battle that way. You know, who can build the most aesthetic, best performing, you know, whatever test we want to PC out of that. So if I sold it for 450, 500 bucks, you know, you and I would get a week or whatever to go buy stuff and then come on stream and compare them, you know, let the chat rate aesthetics wise, whose looks better. Because that I feel would like really play to your strength. And it'd be fun for me too, because I do enjoy like that bargain hunting and stuff. So yeah, we're just hanging out for a bit. That would be awesome. Sweet. I don't know like how much it would end up being. Maybe I'll end up getting like 500 or something for it. I mean, I don't know. Ryzen 5 5500. It's what, $80 to $100. That RAM is only 30 bucks. That's all I can really justly charge for it. So 110. A 2060 goes for 150. So we're looking at, what is that? $260. That case goes for 60 bucks, but you know, 50's fair, so 310. That motherboard, I think those go for like 130 or so, so we could probably get away with like 110, 120. So what does that put us at? Like, I lost my math. Oh, we were at 310. So what is that, like 430? Power supply, another 50. So 480. Is there anything I'm missing? I'll have to do some more research to like verify that, and then I'll have to put Windows on it for someone, so that's another 40 bucks, 50 bucks. Yeah, I feel like we could probably get away with maybe charging like 550. 550 might be a fair price for it. I'll have to do more research, but I think so. Windows key. Yeah, Windows key. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this on stream, but I'm not going to go buy a $120 Windows key. I'll buy a Windows key that's, you know, however else you can find it, because I'm not paying $120 for it. Are you on the road right now? I'm guessing you are. Yeah. So maybe if we get 515, then they'll obviously have to pay shipping. I feel like that's fair. I mean, because if you were to build a Ryzen 5 5500 PC and a 2060, I'm curious what that would cost. Ryzen 5 5500 and 2060 PC. Like, let's see if there's anything online for that. 600 or 760 new or used. Yeah, so me charging 550 or so, eBay seems about fair. Using talk to text, nice. 760 bucks. That's a super. 770. Man, people are expensive. Yeah, so I feel like charging $550 is not bad, especially like if people are coming in here and they get to see that it's working. I test it for them. 550 is a fair price. So if I could charge 550, maybe even 600, which is still well below what everyone else is charging, you know, that'd give us $275, $300 each to go build a PC. And if we do that, like at that point, I also can just use that stuff. Whatever we end up getting is probably going to be something I don't own, so I can use it to try out new equipment, things like that. So I feel like that'd be interesting to factor in the aesthetics, what you can get out of $300, if you can even get it to work, and, you know, just using like the magic of bargaining with people. And I don't even care if either of us say, hey, this is for a YouTube video, you know, if there's anything else you want to give me for free, because, like, I don't know, I feel like if you are, I wouldn't say like if you just go out to Marketplace or you go to eBay and say like, hey, can I just have this for free? But if you like talk to them like, hey, I'm building my first PC, here's what I've got so far. Like, a lot of people are a lot more willing to help out than you might think. So, cool. We're not really going to wait around for a lot of people because this is way earlier than I normally stream, but I probably will start doing this on Fridays because my wife has to do stuff in the afternoons, and it's tight for me to try to do it then. And Friday is just generally a lazier day for me. So what we're going to be doing, I guess I'll just do an intro really quick. Yeah, I'll do an intro really quick. So earlier this week, I actually was able to land a doorbuster deal on Newegg. I got this particular Athena M4M case and a power supply. I think it was for $100. I can't actually remember. I think that's inaccurate. You know what? I have to double check that because I want to verify for you guys the actual price. What did I pay for this? Before I go off and tell people the wrong price here, what did I pay for this? I think it was 90. I think you're right. It was $86 with tax. So that means it was, wait, that doesn't make sense. It was $169.99 minus $90.99, which would put it down to $79. So it was $80. Yeah, it was 80 bucks. That's crazy. It was $80. That's a really good deal. Okay, I'm gonna go back and do the intro correctly now. All right, guys, so recently this week, I was able to score one of the Newegg doorbuster deals. We were able to get this Athena M4M wood case and a power supply for $80. For some weird reason, it was up for a long time, and I didn't have a need for a case. But I did need a power supply, and I thought, well, you know, a power supply is generally like $40 or $50 at the cheapest. And, you know, you throw in a pretty good quality case. So I figured today we would just do an unboxing video of it. It's not something I would normally do, but I thought I'd throw it out there. So that's all we're gonna do today, is just kind of go through the quality of it, what I think of it. Eventually I will do a build in it, and we'll do another video of that, but not too much today other than just hanging out and giving you my visual, verbal thoughts on this. So easy going. I'm probably gonna have to lower this down a little bit. That way I can actually reach it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like, the quality of it. You know, I've built in enough cases. I'm not like an expert case person, but I've built in enough cases in my career that like I kind of have an understanding of what's quality, what's not quality, what's going to be really difficult to build in. So we're going to unbox it and then be on our merry way, because today is Friday. If you guys don't know, this is actually initiating as a stream. I have been streaming 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for the last 2 weeks. I think one of the first weeks I only streamed like 3 or 4 times. And usually by Friday, I'm pretty spent. So I kind of try to reserve that for easier, less complicated things. So that's just kind of what we're doing today. It's just a laid back, hey, here's what I got. Let's look at it, stream. Also, please don't make fun of me. Unboxing is not my expertise. This is not something I'm strong at. So if you guys don't know, or you know, you're not interested in it, that's okay. But this is not something I do often. So I guess we'll go this way so that you guys can see it better. You love this brand? I haven't actually used, I don't even know how to say it. Is it Gamdias? Gamedias? Someone help me out here. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox it. Again, this is not my strength, friends. Oh, there we go. Here we are. Oh, we're stuck. Come out. Let's make sure I'm out of the way so you guys can see this. All right. Oh, hit the fan. There should be a power supply in this somewhere, I'm assuming. Perhaps they sent it in a different package. I didn't know there are pro unboxers. Pro boxers. Actually, you guys, a little bit of back lore. I'm actually a pretty good boxer. I did mixed martial arts for about 1.5 years, 2 years of my life. So I've got some real experience as a fighter. All right. I guess they sent the power supply in a different package, or I'm going to be having a conversation with Newegg. Maybe it's mounted already. Hey, that's a good idea. That's probably the case. Man, I'm gonna get all of this in the mic, you guys. I'm sorry. I should probably mute myself, but here we are. Ooh, this is looking nice. This thing is long. I don't see it in here yet, but I'll keep looking. Okay, let's stand this thing up. Get this plastic out of the way. I don't know how people do this all the time. I'll turn it around to you guys so you can see it. Oh, that's unique. I kind of like that. Let me show you guys real quick. It's long. It's like an awkward case. So like this is kind of more like a traditional ATX. But this is, you know, look at the difference. So this is kind of like the same real estate, sorry, as that. Like it has basically as much space. It's just all spaced out there. But let's take a look at it. So it's got one fan here. I should have done some better lighting for you guys. It's got a fan here. Yeah, okay. Oh, so here's where the, wait a second. Hold on, friends. We're gonna grab the tripod here because I need to pull that apart for you real quick and take a look at it here. Oh, watch out, cables. The Lee and Lee Dan. You guys, I'm really bad at cases. I need to look them up more and learn them more because I do so much with this. Is it in here already? So see, here's this. If you guys can see that, let me make sure you can see it. Yeah, so here it is. It mounts in the front. Yeah, so it's got this like external power supply thing, but does that mean it's... This is very odd for me. How does this come apart? Does this top come off? I didn't look any of this up, so very sorry in advance, friends. This isn't about to drop this glass, is it? When I pull this off? I should probably put my hand here just in case. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay, so the power supply actually mounts back here. Let me show you guys. It's got like a... Yeah, so right here, this goes into a power supply. Wait, I think it's in there already. Is it? I can't tell. It's very hard for me to see that. Does this back part come off? It's supposed to be toolless. Oh, okay, there we go. Can you guys see that okay? Yep, it's in there. Yeah, okay, so that's why it came as a package deal, because it's already in there. That's cool. I've seen some cases where like they have that, where it routes out to like an outer supply, which makes it look a lot cleaner because it kind of removes it. And then it has on here, I'll pull the glass off for you. It has on here like this shroud that covers it so that you can't even tell there is a power supply back there. Very cool. I like it. It's a little black, like all black for me. What's the wattage? I think it's a 650 watt if I'm not mistaken. It's a little all black, a little more all black than I'd like. And I don't know if these are RGB fans or not. I'll have to look. It is, I believe it's a 650 watt power supply. Does it say on here? I think when I purchased it, it was a 650 watt. Is it modular as well, or how does it work? It's a non-modular. It's non-modular, so it's all coming out of right here. And the switch is up here too to turn it off. That's cool. You can just unplug it if you want. Well, actually this is kind of awkward. It's hard to flick that switch. The way they have this cable set here, like that switch is kind of hard to get to, but I guess you wouldn't really care about it, or you would just unplug this. Although I say that, and you gotta have some superhuman strength to do so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 650 watt power supply. It's got a lot of space in it though, so let's take a look at it. I mean, it's super long, so if you wanted to throw in any kind of, graphics card in there, stealth build, yeah, it's 100% a stealth build. If you wanted to throw in any kind of graphics card, I mean, for reference here, so I'm gonna show you the other computer really quickly again. This is a 7900 XTX. This is a massive card. It barely fits in anything, and like, it would fit in this case, no problem. I would assume you could probably put like a 5090 in there. For reference here, let me show you like an average graphics card. So like this is an RX 580. Look at like the length difference where this ends compared to the 7900 XTX. So like if you were to just put a regular graphics card in here, holy cow. This is kind of like a, yeah, maybe you're right, like a stealth build, like build something massive with it. I like it. It's kind of cool. And for the price that I paid, not bad. You have the same XTX in your case. Jelly. Yeah, it's a nice case. I kind of want to look at some of these cables. They have USB. I think that's USB-C. I really am curious if this is if this is RGB or not. I feel like these case fans are on the cheaper quality side. I'll bring you guys back a little bit closer here so you can see more. I think the case fans are probably a little on the cheaper quality side though. They don't feel like they're nice. Like even I buy like these I forget what brand this is, but they're like really cheap Amazon fans, and it feels like maybe even worse quality than that. Got a refurb Corsair 650 watt coming in the mail today for $43. That's not bad. Can you fit intake fans at the bottom? I would assume you can. So, you know, so here we have, sorry. How's it going? How are you, Wanad? That's how I'm gonna say it. So, you know, obviously the GPU would go in, I'm assuming right here in these two. So massive, you know what? This might sound weird, but the intake fans would probably have to go here, or maybe you could squeeze some in there. I mean, I've got some here. Let's do a quick test. Let me just throw in a fan down here. So we'll put in an average size graphics card. Again, I feel like this RX 580 is probably pretty average. So intake fan, it's old, it's dusty, but we're gonna just call that good. So that mounts in there, and our GPU would probably go about there. It would be really tight. It would be a very tight fit. I'm guessing it would go right about there. It would be pretty tough. You wouldn't have a ton of space for that. But you could throw as many as you wanted on the top. So I mean, you'd have 3 here, 1 here in the back, and 2 up front. I feel like that's probably enough. The cool part is it's sold by Corsair Storefront. Oh, there you go, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, so not bad. I do like it. I think that, you know, as we're finding out here, this bottom part could be challenging, especially if you have a massive graphics card, but like lengthwise, you're gonna fit no problem. I'm gonna turn it around for you guys. So I thought it had a controller on there, but maybe I'm wrong. So these are the fans. I'm seeing the power, but I'm not seeing any type of RGB. So this is definitely an all black build. You know, as someone mentioned, a stealth build. Yeah, this is definitely a stealth build. You couldn't put, you could switch these out for RGB, but like this would be a good case for someone that like just wanted an all black, quiet build, and it performs. Which, you know, is interesting because with it being this long and this open, you would think that like maybe you'd want to see it, but I don't know. It's nice. It's very nice. It's very open. I'd be curious whenever we actually get a motherboard in here, how workable it is. Is there any other features that you guys care about or want to know about? Depends on the GPU, you guess. The XTX can be toasty boys, so the intake fans directly into the GPU is a must. Is that the case? See, I don't really game as much here lately, and I just got this XTX, so I don't know how it operates. What's this? This looks like a lever. I want to pull some of these cables out. I know that's going to be a pain, but I want to pull some of these out. They all have it shoved in here, which is kind of inconvenient. I want to see how well it actually routes to stuff. Oh, yeah. I'm going to pull some of this out so we can look at it a little further. I know that'll make my life harder later. So they have some zip ties. This cool bracket clip. I've never seen one of these before, but I'm guessing it's to like mount it onto a side or something. And then they have motherboard screws and stuff, which I can never have too many of. Yep, just regular fans. Let's go ahead and try and get some of these cables out of here. I don't like how hard they stuffed this in here. I'm not a fan because this is really hard to get out. That's the GPU support? Oh, I didn't know that. Really? That's GPU support? This thing? Where does it go in? How does that support it? Is there a... Oh, you're talking about... I see that thing on the other side. That's really cool. So it has a built-in graphics card support? We'll turn that back around in a second and look at it. Wow, they really made this complicated to get out of here. Almost done. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's pull all these out. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how difficult they made. They just shoved it all in here as hard as they could. Holy moly. I don't love that. Okay. So, length of cables and everything. So again, this is a 650 watt, which I think you can remove this and put in a different PSU. I'm assuming you can. I mean, it's got the screws on the top here to replace it, but I don't think this is similar in size. I don't have any power supplies out at the moment. I don't think it's similar in size to like other PSUs. I think this might be smaller. Why the new case? That thing is nice. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, Fridays I kind of just want to do a little earlier. Oh, unscrew the metal plate. Yeah, let me add it. I needed a power supply, and it was on a really good deal. But the problem is, I think this is kind of a power supply that you can only have in here. The way it's even mounted in here, it looks like it's like, it almost looks like it's a motherboard. Like you can see inside it. And I don't know if you can take this out. I mean, maybe I can try really quick. So I might have just kind of gotten myself in trouble and wasted money. And now I have to use this case for something. Let's see if we can even take this out. This goes to the actual case, right? I'm very confused. I don't know if I have to take these screws out or what. Is this just gonna fall? Is that how it's mounted in here? Is just these screws right here? That does play a factor into it for me if you can't remove this power supply, because there are very few GPUs that need 650 watts only and would fit in a case like this. So kind of a bad choice on their part to do that. Oh yeah, I probably need to unplug. I need to remove this from here. All right, there we go. Not a big fan of that. We'll take this out and look at how big this power supply actually is, and if you could put in a different power supply. Because if you could put in a different supply, I'm fine with it. But something tells me that like this is smaller. No. Okay. So here's the actual power supply. This is 650G. 80 plus gold. Wow, it's 80 plus gold. Interesting. So it looks like you could put a different power supply right there. I thought that like perhaps it was like this was part of the case or something, but it just came out as a regular power supply. So that's nice then. If you can put in a bigger power supply, you know, all you have to do is just mount it here. I'm okay with it because I think this case definitely would warrant like a bigger graphics card, a nicer graphics card. The 650 watts is kind of meaningless for it. So I don't know what I'm going to end up building in here, but I might leave this power supply out for a bit. Wow, this is very jumbled up. There we go. Were you struggling to pull the cables out? Yes, I was struggling to get those out. It was pretty difficult. Yeah, so I guess let's just take a look really quickly at like what they've got motherboard-wise and case-wise, like all that. So obviously, as I said, I didn't like that it was 650 watts here. You can replace this, so that makes it nice because you definitely want a nicer build in this with it being such a like lengthwise, because that's a hard thing for a lot of cases. I want to pull these apart too and look into these. And it's nice too because whoever ran this, like, it's pretty tight. It's pulled tight onto this stuff. I'm guessing this goes into, what does this go to? I don't think there's going to be any lights on this. I'm really curious when we build it. So these plug in over here, which is usually like a sign of like some kind of like, let me make sure you guys can see that. It's usually like a sign that there's like some kind of motherboard power, like RGB kind of thing, at least in my experience. So I don't know what that would go to. What's wrong with the case and power supply? So I bought it as like a deal. It came on Newegg. It was a doorbuster deal. It was $80 for both the case and the power supply. And I was like, well, I need a power supply anyway. But the thing is, like, I was concerned that, okay, so it's just a PSU cable. I was concerned that it was stuck. So it's only a 650 watt power supply. It's a 650 watt gold rated, which is nice. But with it being, like, this case is really long and it has room for a nice graphics card. With it being this big, I was concerned that I wasn't going to be able to remove that power supply because it's like an internal power supply. You stick it here, you plug this into the power supply, and then it routes it out here. And I was worried that like I couldn't remove that power supply, but because 650 watts isn't enough to power a nice graphics card. But it is nice because I can remove that. Okay, so I think, who was it? Just Yin, you said that this is for a graphics card. And I think you're correct. So you can actually, I'll show you guys here. That's actually really cool that it's built in. You can unscrew this and move this up and down as a built-in GPU support, which I think is a massive factor. So I do like that. That's pretty cool. I haven't built with like super nice cases before, but that's a cool feature. Okay, so we've got standard USB, USB-C, and then just your reset and power switch, and I believe that's just your audio, yeah. I don't see any LED or anything like that, so I'm very curious. I really don't know what this side over here is. Oh, I guess that's just routing it into the case. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's where it all routes in, because normally you'd see it go up to like, that must be where the buttons are. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Oh, that looks clean up front. I guess that's the goal of this case is like it's just on your desk and you see it like this. I think that's the objective, because like if you're looking at it from there, this is a really nice, clean looking like PC. I think that's the goal. Like I don't think it's, because a lot of times, you know, your PC you want on the side and you want people to be able to see it like this, to see all the lights, the graphics card, but I think this case is meant to be viewed like this. I think that's the objective. It's a good idea, but could touch the fan on some GPUs. Yeah, I think that's the case, but I mean with the ability to adjust it, I mean you just move it up or down so it's out of the way. Should be okay. You can also just take it off as well. Like you can unscrew it and take it off. So not bad. I don't know what the original price on these would be. Let me look that up really quick. How much do these normally cost? $80? Huh. 80 bucks? And it's $200 for this bundle on Newegg, but oh, okay, it comes with an 850 watt. I don't know, guys. $80? I mean, it's got a lot of space. It's got a lot of space. I guess I'll have to build in it first, because that will make a big factor of like, when you put the motherboard in here, how easy is it to route all these cables? You know, is there gonna be a ton of space? Because right now, where these are located, and like the pins being right here, because here's where the motherboard is gonna stop, this seems like it could be a massive pain in the butt to go underneath and plug like the audio in. I guess you would go from like over here and do it, or maybe down here. But then you could still, yeah, we're gonna have to find out. Until I actually build in it, I don't know that I would pay $80 for this, personally. It could be super easy though, so whenever we do get a chance to build in it, maybe it's worth that money. Top of my desk is so cluttered, boxes only have room under the table. Because of that, I go with slimmest case I can find. This is a really slim case. I mean, like, if you put it like here, I mean, it's gonna stay out of the way. If you just put it this direction, it's long, but it's not tall. I mean, it's not slim. I guess it is pretty wide, but this is a nice feature. I guess that's probably kind of what sells it, is the wood accent. This would definitely be for someone that, like, you could put this. So where I think this would have its strength, come back to me really quick. So where I think this would have its strength is a PC case like this would be really good if, like, you're in an office or something. I think if you were like in an office, this would be a really good PC, because this could be a custom built PC, and you know, you could put in whatever you want, because you could just have it facing this way. There's no lights on it. No, like, this would be like kind of like a sleeper case. Like someone mentioned, like a stealth. You know, this could be a 5090 and a 9950X3D, or an Intel Core Ultra 285 or whatever it is, or Core 285. But you would never know. So I think that's kind of like the objective of a case like this, is like to build something really nice, have that feel. But yeah, not a bad case. Again, until I build in it, I don't know that I would pay $80 for it. But I guess we'll see, because, you know, the fact that you can hide the power supply is nice. And I don't know if the $80 one is that with a power supply? No, that's without a power supply. So yeah. Yeah, it is a good looking case. So cool. Well, like I said, today's just a lazier day for me. So I don't know that I'm gonna continue to stream too much longer, because, you know, I'm beat. I wanted to do something easier, quicker today. So if you guys have any additional questions on like features or anything on it, I'll answer them and look at it. But I feel that does a lot for me. So it's got, you know, 2 USB ports, USB-C. I'm guessing, yeah, it's a reset switch and a power switch. The button quality feels pretty cool. It's nice. Yeah, I think this is more designed for like an office or like a professional setting. It's more of a professional setting for sure. Cool though, cool. I mean, for 80 bucks, I paid $80 and I got the power supply with it. So no, none of the fans are RGB. None of them are RGB. I know you just got here, so I'll show you really quick. So the fans are all just straight black. They don't have any RGB headers whatsoever. And I also said, like, I don't know how I feel about the fan quality. They seem like they could possibly be kind of cheap. I'll show you the other ones here really quick. They seem like they could be kind of cheap quality. I've never built with Gambius, however you say this company. It was just a doorbuster deal, so I thought I'd try it out. Oh, cool. Well, that was fun. I don't know, unboxing was nice. I don't have the budget to unbox very often, but I thought I'd show you guys if anybody wants to buy a case like this, I guess. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's probably enough for me. Like I said, today, Friday is usually a day I'm worn out. If you didn't get a chance, I'm gonna re-upload it as a video where it starts from the beginning. I am gonna build with it. I'm just not gonna build with it today. I don't know what I'm gonna put in there, because it's a micro ATX, and I don't know what I want to put in there. I guess I'm gonna build something that you can't really see. Like, it'll probably be more like a stealth build. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys didn't get a chance, Buddy came over yesterday and we did a stream of a build off. Both of us built a Ryzen 5 5500, a 3060 Ti. I'm gonna re-upload that to YouTube, where like the intro starts instead of, because there's a lot of dead airtime in like the first 7-8 minutes. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed having him over. I'm also going to include the link to his YouTube channel. So when he starts going, the other mobile was ATX, I forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, for the giveaway PC. Thanks man, just FYI, that area where you struggle to get the cables out, you can remove that metal plate that hides the cables. Yeah, you can. You can unscrew it. It's got screws right here. Actually, yeah, okay. So you can you're right. There is, I'll show you guys really quickly before we get out of here. That way you can see this, because this would probably help someone that's going to go buy it. If you wanted to buy this case, let me get a screwdriver that will take it, because I'm glad you pointed that out. Otherwise, you know, people might buy it and then go, oh, that was way too hard. You can actually just unscrew this here. And then it opens. So that's good to know. I'm glad that you pointed that out, because that does influence it. So, $80. I mean, there's a lot of cool features. You hide your PSU, you know, it's back there. The power supply goes out to an external. You can open this up and shove all of your cables in there. So you know what, guys? I'm starting to lean towards I would pay $80 for this case. Once I build in it and get that experience of like how easy it is, because that's, in my mind, there's like two factors that value or you know, change how much a case is worth or how much a part is worth. If ease is you know, if it's just super easy to build it, that's a big thing. And then, you know, the overall quality, the look of it, the feel, those are also really big factors too. So that is nice. I'm glad you pointed that out. That does make a big difference for me. Hiding the PSU. And then like, this does really look professional. Like this wood here, I would have the PC facing this way. Like this one, you know, I would normally have the glass on here. I don't know, maybe I'm in the way, but like this one, I would normally have the glass on here, or even maybe like more this way, have the glass on there. You guys could see like this blue light, the aesthetics, all that. But this one could be like an office sleeper. It looks tiny next to your PC. It does. Well, I mean, it does, but also look at it that way. Like this case is probably just as much real estate. It's probably just as much real estate to work with. So pretty cool case. I don't know what I'm going to put in here yet. Maybe I'll do one of the Ryzen 5 5500s and just do like a sleeper build and put like the 2060. I've got this black 2060 that maybe we could throw in there. Oh, right up here. Is the wood real or plastic? Let me feel. I'll tell you. Feels real. Yeah, it feels like it's a real piece of wood. Yeah, I would definitely place it this way and let this be like an office PC or like, or this, but for you married folks out there, this is the kind of PC I would tell my wife, yeah, I'm just buying, I mean, I wouldn't lie to her about that, but like, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just buying a work PC real quick, sorry. I'm just buying a work PC real quick. Yeah, nothing special. And like, you know, most people associate like RGB and all the fanciness with it, but like, she might not know that you dropped like $5,000 in this thing. Brian gets it. He gets it. But yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on it. I think it's very professional. It looks sleek. It has some really nice features. So I am leaning towards, I think for the right person, $80 would be worth this. You know, it's a nice case. And I'm glad because I got $80 for this and a 650 watt power supply. And the fact that you can remove it, throw in a stronger power supply really appeals to me. So don't worry about the 7900 XTX in there. It's nothing. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's when you just get like an all black 5090 and don't tell them. And they're like, what's up with that? Like, it looks so big. And I'm like, no, size is irrelevant for these. You've thought many times of going to a sleeper style build. I think I've told you guys before, like I actually have a real business that I make money in. Like YouTube, I'm still negative in the amount of money that I've spent and the amount of money I've made. I'm still negative on YouTube. So like, I can't justify it for there. But in my real business, if I had people like start coming into an office and, you know, like so I work from my own office in my own home, but like if I decided to go out and rent an office and have clients come to me and things like that, like I would do this 100% over a PC like this. Like if I had clients coming in and they saw this, they would probably be a little turned off because they're like, you know, what's this guy spending his money on? Why does he need that? Is he even working? But if I was in an office and I had this here with the same specs, so this is a 250KF, Core Ultra 250KF Plus and the 7900 XTX, I could put those same specs in here and then they wouldn't have that opinion. So like, again, office, maybe not telling your wife that you dropped $3,000 or something on a PC. Don't do that. Don't not tell your guys, the wives, the truth there. But I think it is nice. The longer I've looked at it, worked with it, I think I would pay $80 if I was in that kind of scenario. So cool. Did anyone have any other questions or any other features that they'd like to know before I wrap it up? Because I'm beat today. Next stream, Office Sleeper build, all stealth edition. Yeah, I need a micro ATX board if we're gonna do like a, because Sleeper is like, oh, thank you. Yeah, so I used to work for a nonprofit, and I helped them develop like an esports organization. It doesn't exist anymore, or they might do it some, but I left. I was like their head gaming person, but I helped them like run tournaments, and they let me like organize things. So I created like events where we would have the kids compete in Fortnite. And then I actually built like a real life Fortnite event for them where they used like Nerf guns and stuff. Yeah, so like I did a lot of things with them. Your wife would go crazy if you spent $3K on a new PC or PC part. Yeah. I only get away with some things sometimes because I make enough money for the business to justify saying, hey, it's a business write-off. Eventually YouTube will start being profitable. But I still don't, I don't spend $3,000. Even when I bought my work PC, because I said I got tired of using a laptop, my desktop had died for a long time. I think I only spent like $1,200 or $1,300, and that was a lot of money. I wanted to go up to like $2,000, but I felt really guilty for spending that much. And this was before I was building PC, so I bought like a pre-built. Yeah, $3,000 is a lot. And even back then, like this was a year and a half ago, $3,000 would have gone a lot further. I probably could have built a PC with a 5090. Now you can't even buy a 5090, so. Cool, well, that's kind of my review, unboxing of this thing. I don't do unboxing a lot because I don't have the money to buy products to unbox, and I'm not sponsored by any companies. So at some point, maybe, we will get some more sponsors, do some unboxing, who knows? Maybe some case company will see this, like it, or they'd like me to do like their graphics card, I don't know. A lot of time bills get paid, but I think guys with no experience in building, a lot of free bills get paid, but I think guys with no experience in building PCs are absolutely fine with a pre-built. Oh yeah. Pre-builts are fine. If you don't have experience, like you only really build a PC because you want to. Like you can save money building a PC, potentially, even these days maybe you can't, but like you really only build a PC because you want to do it, like it's an interest of yours. Hey, yeah, thank you, Justine. Thanks for coming in. Normally I do an outro or something, but I don't really care about this video. Like I said, this is a lazier stream, less effort for me. So next week, I guess I'll tell you guys really quickly next week some of the plans. So Buddy's actually in the chat. Buddy, let me borrow a 1070. So next week we are going to do a stream where we test the 1070 on a 4790K. We're going to test it on a Ryzen 5 5500, and then I haven't decided if we're going to do it on a 9600X or my 250KF Core Ultra Plus. But we're going to test it on 3 different generations to see how relevant it still is. Next week, we're going to actually dive in and check out the 7900 XTX, see how strong that is. I had to get a new power supply for it because I was using 750 watts for a 9070 XT, traded that out. What else are we doing next week? Next week, we're going to try out the 4790K again because I'm hosting a tournament to give it away. And then I can't remember if there was anything else that I had planned or wanted to do. Oh, next week I will probably list a PC for sale and I'll test it here on stream so that you guys can see it. Yeah, and also I should show you guys, I have cleaned up my office a lot. If you've been in the stream for a while, it looks a lot nicer. Kind of, oh, excuse me there. Kind of put a lot of stuff there together. Don't worry, I don't own a 5080. Reach out, I have enough subs for vendors to do stuff. Yeah, I told Buddy to do a stream. So not bad looking. You know, I cleaned it up, put some things together, tried to make it look a little more presentable. Just because, you know, I had Buddy over here yesterday. We did that build off. That was a lot of fun. Hold on. I got to catch up here. When does Buddy start his YouTube channel? Buddy should be, sometimes they will. I've had some really cruddy sponsors try to get with me, and I didn't like them. When does Buddy start his YouTube channel? Soon, hopefully. I've been trying to convince him. Don't think anybody wants to save money when building a PC per se. I think what they really chase is building a more powerful PC that they can buy one off shelf. Yeah. You get enough. I do get like some stuff, and when I was trying to like take YouTube a lot more seriously, I was going to start reaching out to like 10, 15 companies a week, try to get some sponsorships. Buddy, you should. Yeah, you guys, I'll link his YouTube, or actually he can link it here. Brian, are you going to try to build a PC? You know what, Brian? If you want to build a PC, you can come over and practice. You can come on stream if you want. You can come over to my place and we'll go through, I'll teach you step by step how to build a PC first. That way, if you want to do it yourself, you know, you don't have to worry about breaking parts or anything. You had some scammy sponsors where they wanted me to buy their stuff with a promise of a refund after a review. I passed on those. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Guys, I can't get this thing straight. I'm sorry. There we go. That should be better. You don't want to break it. Dude, you're good. You won't break my parts. You won't break them. What's up, V-King? Yeah, I've talked about a couple of them before. I've only done one sponsored video. I did a video with like an HDMI DisplayPort cable, and that was it. I've had a lot of companies that were like, sell our CD keys, or like, sell this Chinese HD television show streaming thing. You can pay $300 and you know, you'll get access to 500 channels, but 90% of them are not in English. And you know, if you don't have it, like, you'll get blocked, like in the United States. Yeah, I don't know if Buddy's gonna do it, but I'll do it for him if he won't. You guys, go subscribe to Buddy. Even if you're not subscribed to me, I don't care. You can go subscribe to him. Also, I have so many things to complain about with YouTube. You guys might hear me rant sometimes about YouTube, but here lately they have been angering me with some of their updates and things. There's his YouTube. If you had those CD keys, people contacting me, no thank you. Yeah. You're on mobile and driving. There you go, guys. I linked his YouTube. So yes, actually, Brian, if you do want to come over next week, if you get off early or something, maybe we'll do that for a stream. You can come hang out. And Bill Collector, what's up, man? How are you? Man, this is what happens to me all the time. Is like, now, like, I keep going and stream, but today I was planning on getting off, but you guys are hanging out, so I'll hang out with you. Yeah, Brian, so if you get off or you want to come over at like 1 o'clock one day or something, I'll sit down with you. We can even rebuild the PC that, you know, I ended up getting from you. Take it apart, let you build it step by step, and then let you power it on. That way you've got a little more courage that if you wanted to do some stuff to your own, if you wanted to build a PC from scratch, you could do it. I think people would be entertained, and that would also be informational for others. Like if you have a general knowledge about building PCs, but you haven't built it before, you know, I think that'd be helpful. So yeah, if you want to come over. So yes, testing the 7900 XTX. We're going to run some games on that next week. Actually see how far that thing can go. We're going to put a 1070 on 3 different generations. We're going to break out the 4790K again. We might even throw the 7900 XTX in there just for the heck of it. Probably going to be a massive bottleneck. I might be getting a 1080. I might be getting a 1080 again. I'll see if that happens tonight or not. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, and I will be listing that PC. So if you guys didn't watch, Buddy and I did a stream yesterday where we had to build off so you could build a PC faster, and then like they were identical PCs, if we ran them side by side, like did they perform the same or was there a worse performance? So check that out. I'm gonna re-upload it as an actual video, so it'll start at the intro. So that'll probably come out like 3 or 4 o'clock today. But such a great card. You have 4 XTXs. Holy cow. 4790K was your favorite stuff. I like the 4790K, man. But yes, so when I go to sell this PC, so I'll show you the PC really quick, guys. I'm going to end up selling this PC. It's not going to have this 3060 Ti in it. It'll probably have a 2060. But I'm going to sell this PC, and I'm going to do a video on it before I do it next week. It's a Ryzen 5 5500X. It'll probably have 512 gigs. Oh, I forgot to price that out. Dang. So that is going to put it probably closer to like 620 or something. 16 gigs of RAM. It'll be a 2060. Okino's Aqua for 3Ks. But I think whenever I sell this, and Buddy was open to it, whatever it ends up selling for, I am going to give half the money to Buddy, half the money to myself. And we are going to have another competition where we both go out and try to build a budget PC. So if it sells for like 620 or something, I'll give us both like 310 bucks. Both of us will go out and yeah, whoever comes back with the more aesthetic PC, because this one is a little different. Yesterday, the stream like taught us a lot, like how to do it. So we're gonna go for performance, obviously. We're gonna go for aesthetics. If you guys have any other ideas, performance, aesthetics, and then I don't know, like maybe, I can't think of any other, you know, things that would be important, but performance, aesthetics, yeah, that's all I've got. But we're gonna try to build 2 PCs there and then put them side by side, let you guys rate them on the aesthetics, run a couple games on them, see who's like performs better. And then the nice thing is, like, when I do that, I'll have a bunch of extra parts to just review on later. So that's a cool challenge. Budget PC build off. Yes. You like the i7 6700K. That was a great CPU. It was a strong one. Metal Gear Solid 4. It's going to look good in Ultra. Yes, that will look really solid. i5 12th gen computer for 170, no RAM and no GPU. Hey, that's still solid. If you got the motherboard, if you got a storage like an NVMe or something like that, you got a case, that's good. Performance, looks, sound. Sound, I don't know that we could do sound. Because sound is like subjectable to the speaker that it gets put on. But maybe we could do that. We could possibly try that. Resale value I think is important and upgradable. Yes, I like those. Performance, looks, resale value, and upgradable. Those are very important. 512 SATA, yeah, dude, that's solid then. If you paid that and you got that, I mean that 512 gig SATA SSD. So for example, I'm giving away that 4790K. I'm hosting a rock, paper, scissors tournament for it. I got a 512 gig SSD. The cheapest thing I found with tax was $73. This was $73 for 500 gig. It's crazy. So yeah, if you got all of that for 120 bucks, you made out like a bandit. Quietness for sound. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because if you get a GPU that runs really hot or something, that's fair. Thermals with the wood case. Thermals, yes. So it came with 3 different fans in it. I'll show you real quick. So it came with this back fan here. It came with 2 fans here, but it's got slots up here where you can, you know, put in an AIO. You could put in 3 more fans if you wanted. We tried to test to see if you could put more fans down here with a GPU, but it's possible that it's going to be tight. The thing about this case is like it's really wide, but it's not very tall. So a lot of room for a GPU. You guys are wild. I'm like getting ready to wind down and this is when everyone's showing up. Okay. Guys, I got to get out of here. I got to get some work stuff done. Monday we'll be back. If you are interested, you know, sign up for the newsletter. There's going to be an update on the tournament to give away that 4790K on there. It's free. If you register, you get updates on the specific content coming out, like what to expect on the channel, and you will be thrown in a drawing to win a PC. We're giving away a Ryzen 5 9600X and a 3060 Ti in December. You can sign up to financially support there. You can give, there's an option that you can subscribe for $5 a month, or you can just donate however much you want. I do have a YouTube membership that I started, if that's something that you guys are interested in. It would help. This stuff gets expensive. So cool if you do, cool if you don't. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. I appreciate all of you coming in. Hopefully this did kind of inform you. I think at this price point at $80, if you were a professional or like individual that like cares about sleekness, and that's, you don't want to go into an office with this kind of case that looks too flashy, I would pay $80 for this. And especially after I